Alright, so apparently, this is kind of annoying. A notification came up on my phone and that freezes the live stream. I hope they fix that soon, because any like little notification popping up on your phone, which is super annoying, can freeze the video. So good for me to know. Now I know to just start it over if that happens again. And I think I'm going to tie my hair back, guys, because this is making me a little nervous, truth be told, and I'm getting hot. Sorry. Okay, so, and Jenna's saying still nothing? How can it be still nothing? I started it over. Can you guys hear and see me okay now? Okay, Gina says back up and running. All right, half a banana going in now. Carmen, we're back. All right, good. All right, so that's the fresh stuff. Then I have my organic goji berries. And I learned last time that this is not flipped and that you guys can read this. And I try to put a lot of live foods in. This is like semi-live because they're dried. So some superfoods, antioxidants. These are really great for you. And I got these. This is a Viva Labs brand on Amazon. You can get just about everything on Amazon these days. All right, then I'm going to add in some protein. All right, so you learned last time I really like Earthshift products. In case you didn't see that last time, Earthshift products, which one of the founders of that is Dr. Robert Cesar, and you can look up Earthshift products, Dr. Robert. It'll come up on Google. He has lots and lots of YouTube videos. He is so educated. I totally believe in all his philosophies. He's really into crystals too, so you'll just love him. If you like me because you like crystals, you'll love Dr. Robert Cesar. Very knowledgeable, very eloquent, articulate person. Okay, so I showed you this because this is maca powder. And maca powder is great for balancing hormones, something I'm working on, and it's great for energy, all right? So I'm putting a half a tablespoon, is that a teaspoon, in. I don't like to put too much of that. Actually, Earthshift Products maca powder has a good taste to it, but some of them are really, ugh. If you put too much, it will ruin your drink. Ruin it! All right, then for protein, I think this is what I was talking about before. Adding in some protein, raw organic hemp seeds. These I also got from Earthshift Products. I put in a full tablespoon of that. And sometimes I will do just the hemp seeds and like 10 cashews, and that, or 10 to 15 cashews, and that will be a good allotment of protein for me. I don't have cashews today, so instead I'm going to supplement with yellow pea protein powder. This has vanilla flavoring in it, so I know there's probably some chemicals in here. I don't love that, but it's one of the better ones, I've been told. Don't take my word for it. And by the way, with all of this, I'm not a doctor. This is my recipe that I come up with. You always want to check with your own doctor or health professionals to see what's best for you. All right, so I'm going to do about a half a scoop. A full scoop is a full serving of protein, but since I've already got my hemp seeds in there, I'm just going to do like 3/4 to a half a scoop of that. And this is a Growing Naturals brand. It's supposed to be organic, gold standard raw pea powder. And then I like adding raw 100% organic spirulina. Spirulina powder is another superfood. Now this stuff, and this was from Earthshift Products too. I'm giving a lot of plugs today and a whole lot more to come. This stuff is like blue-green algae. Okay, can you see in there? And it will stain anything that it touches. So I'll show you my hands after I'm done. Scoop. I have a scoop in here that I use dedicated to this, so this stuff doesn't get everywhere. And I put like, this is a tablespoon, I put like 3/4 of that in. Helps with immunity boosting and, look at my hand. And energy and digestion. Okay, then I pretty much just wipe off my hands and that kind of like disappears into the air. Where are the Bay City Rollers? Leslie, the singer, that's who I loved. All right, now we're gonna get into the liquids, and here is where we start getting into the gems. All right, First, I'm going to start with, oh, I still have, okay, give me a second, guys, while I wash off my hands here, because I don't want to get this spirulina powder all over everything. And sorry, it got really sunny after I started this, so it's like, if I don't stand right in front of the phone, and that's what I'm recording this on, I get all washed out. I saw someone asked, what's the meaning of my necklace? This is amethyst. Amethyst over my thymus gland. When I wear this right over my thymus gland, it just puts me in such a balanced, energetic state. Amethyst is great for calming. It's great for gentle overall protection. It's great for enhancing your third eye, your intuitive abilities. But for me personally, because it's over the thymus gland, it really helps me to just tap into my higher self, my better self, and keeps me in a more balanced state. And I also feel it helps to help balance my hormones when I'm wearing it. So I'm not all over the place. I don't always wear it, but I've been wearing it for about 2 weeks now, and I always notice such a difference, such a change and I actually got this from this particular amethyst because of the little cord, and it was already pre-drilled with a hole, and it's natural. I got that from Earthshift products too. Dr. Robert Cesar wears one, you'll notice. All right, so you know what, Dr. Robert, you need to know that I'm like plugging you all over the place. Earthshift products, brand Living Silica. I've tried all kinds of different brands. Those of you that are my students, my advanced crystal masters, my certified crystal healers, you know that I live and love taking daily silica, okay? Silica is as in silicon dioxide, as in our crystals. This is Big Baby. I keep Big Baby in the kitchen now. Silicon dioxide, silica, is what quartz is based on. It's what most of the planet Earth is made of. And we also have silica natural in our bodies. And scientific studies have been done, and those that naturally take silica live longer. They have better longevity, better immune systems. They're better able to fight off all kinds of things. They balance themselves better. Places where people live near natural hot springs that naturally contain high levels of silica live longer with good vitality and health. So your cell walls are built of silica. It's what your hair is made of, your skin. It's just a general great health tonic. So I take it every day, and I've tried different brands. There are gels, there are flavored ones. I've settled on this one. I feel this is the best, not just because I'm promoting Earthshift health products. I would have shown you the other one if I felt like that was the best, but I've tried lots of different ones over the years. And I like this one because it's in liquid form. The silica is in colloidal form. It's dispersed evenly throughout, so you don't have to shake it and all that business. So I just put here. I put a tablespoon in. Now, if you read the directions on the bottle, it tells you to take more, but I used to take more, and now I just do a tablespoon every day, just for maintenance. All right. Queen, can you hear Queen? Sounds like I'm stuttering. Uh-oh, echo going on. I don't know why, Michelle. Is that happening for everybody? Let me know. You hear Queen. All right, so I guess the sound's okay. Maybe that's your connection, Michelle. Okay, your feed is good now. All right, yeah, and you hear Queen, yeah. Another one bites the dust. All right, we're back to the gold. All right, I talked a lot about the colloidal gold last time. This is ultra colloidal gold from Source Naturals. I think I got this from Vitacost or Whole Foods, my local Whole Foods. I don't remember. No, it was the local Whole Foods. I put a full dropper full of that. And why gold? Again, ask your doctor. But we naturally have gold in our bodies. I recently heard from Jackie Dubois, and I need to research this, that the largest concentration of gold is in our heart. So pretty cool. I'm going to check that out. Maybe you can Google it and check it out too. But gold, it is to balance out our, gold is very masculine energy, okay? So it's great for balancing. It's great for vitality and boosting and giving you energy, all right? Overcoming different health issues, and again, balancing that masculine. And also, if you just need a shot of happiness, if you're like feeling a little depressed, you want to start on the gold. Ask your doctor though. I'm going to keep saying that so I don't get in any kind of trouble. All right. Then this is Argentine 23. This is colloidal silver. All right, you want to be careful on the kinds of gold and silver that you're taking. You don't want to turn into like that blue man who is taking silver all the time. Although despite being blue, I heard he's pretty healthy. But I don't think you want to be blue. But this kind won't turn you blue. And you got to take it in safe amounts. So this is the opposite spectrum of gold. This is your feminine energy. And this is very good, again, for helping you with immune issues. It's highly recommended for those with leaky gut syndrome. It's great for digestion. Again, it's colloidal, so it's evenly dispersed. It was created in a way that's very safe, because there are safe ways of creating colloidal silver and there are unsafe ways. So you want to make sure you're getting one that is safe. I put a tablespoon of that, of silver in. Some say when you're getting sick, if you take the colloidal silver, if you take it right at the beginning of a cold or a flu, it'll knock that sucker right out. Nice to know, huh? All right, let me check. Amazing info star, thank you. I'm just gonna, is the music too loud? I'm just gonna run over here and take a sip of my yerba mate tea, so give me a second here. Okay, then this is not gem, but I always put it in milk thistle extract, and that is to cleanse out my liver of anything that I may have done in the past. Not that I was like a crazy wild child or anything, but you know, occasionally I might have an alcoholic drink. Not too often, I really don't drink that much, and when I do, I can only handle one drink, but it's good to flush all that stuff out of your system, no matter what. Who is this? The Partridge Family! Actually, I liked Keith. I liked Keith, yeah. Who likes Keith? The name again of the drop. This one, this was milk thistle extract. And I think I love you. I like to take things in liquid form if I can, rather than capsule. I have plenty of supplements that I take in addition to all this stuff. But yeah, I know, Kate, I love the Partridge Family. But if I can get whatever it is that I'm trying to get into my body in a liquid form, it's easier to digest, and I'm not taking those empty gelatin capsules and filling my stomach up with those if I can possibly avoid it. I know a lot of people are proponents of taking a lot of herbs and herbal infusions and things, but I've done that and I do that too. But for me, over the years, I've switched over into ways that are more practical for me. And yes, I see you, Helen, expensive. Yeah, getting all this stuff all at once is going to be expensive. However, if you start replacing a lot of your regular grocery buying with this stuff slowly, you'll notice that it really tends to even out. And like, this is going to be my lunch today. So think of all the ingredients you would put into a lunch. And a lot of these ingredients last a really long time because I only use a little bit of it, okay? Who doesn't like Keith? Exactly, Michelle, right? I had to think about that for a second. Sorry. Okay, Karina's asking if I can post the ingredients. Again, this is different all the time. Who's Keith? Ellen asks. Helen! Okay, Helen, you need to go to YouTube and put in Partridge Family. Keith, what's his real name? David Cassidy. Maybe you know him as David Cassidy. Keith, I liked him better as Keith, though. Who wasn't in love with Keith when they were 5 or 6? If you lived in the U.S., then maybe you didn't get to watch Partridge Family everywhere. All right, then I do quarterly blood testing because my hormones are off. And I happen to know, I've been told my vitamin D level is very low, just naturally low, even though I live in the Sunshine State and I do, you know, keep a healthy tan, and some people might debate on that. Not here to do that today. Even so, my vitamin D is low. And rather than taking vitamin D capsules, I take a very high vitamin D liquid D3, 10,000 to 15,000 IUs per day, and that's quite high for most people. So I encourage you to have your own blood testing done and find out what your levels are. Don't just do this because someone else is doing it. So full dropper full of that is going to give me 10,000 IUs. That's what I'll do for today. Okay, so, and in case you didn't know, okay, so silico we know is a mineral, gem, ding. Gold is a mineral, gem, ding. Hi, Frankie. He's outside painting. Hi, Frankie. Silver is a mineral, gem, ding. These all crystallize, okay? Even at the microscopic level, they are crystals. All right, then, oh, you saw me drinking this. All right, so a couple of things here. This is water inside I guess you'd call this a thermos. It's glass covered in silicone. There's a top for it too. And inside there, let's see if you can see it, I have a citrine. Can you see the citrine in there? Okay, and there's a little glass sieve in there that keeps the citrine from falling out when I pour the water out or when I'm drinking it. So this is a very practical way to make a gem elixir. I talk all about this in my gem elixir e-kit that I sell on my site, hibiscusmoon.com. But like, you can do rituals and ceremonies to create very potent gem elixirs, but when I just want to infuse the water with some citrine energy, I just plop it in. And this is portable. I'll take this with me now here in a little bit. And what's the time? I need to check the time. Okay, I got 10 minutes left. I got to speed it up. All right, then the water that I'm using, I happen to have gem elixir on tap. Oh, by the way, this is called a tea to go thermos. I got this on uncommongoods.com. You can make infused teas, you can make fruit infused water, and you can make gem infused water. I like to use it most often for the gem infused water. All right, Heather, great. You can do just a mason jar, whatever. I just got this. For years, I was just dropping the stones in a pitcher. All right, then I have gem elixir water on tap. I have a video on YouTube all about the water system, filtration system that we use. I researched for years, 2 years before I got it. I settled. I don't want to say settled. I graciously embraced the pristine hydro water system, and the reason why is not only is it a reverse osmosis system, but then after creating reverse osmosis water, which is dead water because it doesn't have any minerals in it at all, it replaces, it regenerates, it re-pH, and it recharges the water back to living water. And one of the ways it does that, it has several cartridges. I'm not going to get all into it here. Again, I'm plugging another company. Pristine Hydro, you better love this. But in that video I show you, they put in a cartridge that vortexes, spins the water in a vortex around crystals. When I found that out, I was like, oh my gosh. So I asked them, can you custom make a cartridge for me in which I provide the crystals to put in that cartridge before you build it and send it to me? And they said yes. It's an expensive system, okay? But it filters, recharges, restructures the water, and creates gem elixir for everything in my kitchen. The water coming from my fridge is filtered through there, and the water coming from my sink. I think there's a way to do it through your showers too, but that system was way too expensive for me, and we have a different thing that we use that I'll show you some other time. But so anyway, they said yes. So I took some amethyst, some quartz, some hematite, some black obsidian, and I charged it in a crystal grid and then under a copper pyramid, and my advanced crystal masters know all about how we do that. And I sent it out to them, and they graciously accepted and put it in the custom cartridge for me and sent me my pristine hydro system with my own crystals. So I really never have to do this because all my water is gem elixir water. All the water we cook with and drink and ingest and everything is gem elixir water. Even the water we're washing the dishes with is gem elixir. Actually, wait. I think it's only not coming out of this faucet. I have to ask Frank, but it comes out of this faucet. Yes, we have a smaller faucet that we use for cooking and stuff. So gem elixir water is not being wasted in washing dishes. Okay, scratch that. So anyway, but if I want to infuse the water with something else like citrine, which I don't have in the cartridge, then I add to this. So I'm going to put some of this water in my smoothie. We'll get to this smoothie, and it does not take me this long. I make these in 5 minutes. It's just because I'm explaining every little thing. All right, so some gem elixir water into the smoothie we go. And then, what else? Okay, so that's all the gems, right? All the minerals. All right, and then I add a little bit of almond milk. And there's a maximum line on here, so I have to find that. I don't want to go over that line. I've done it before, and what happens is it ends up leaking when I mix it up. So some almond milk, and then I fill it up to the maximum line with coconut water. Now we grow our own coconuts here, but unfortunately, recently we've had the white fly. I don't know if any of you know what that is, and we've had to have them sprayed. So now all our coconuts are inedible. So for a few years now, which is quite a shame. But if we didn't do that, we'd lose our coconut tree. And I don't want to lose our coconut trees. We have a lot of them. It's such a shame that those coconuts go to waste. All right, so love my NutriBlast. We talked about that last time, why and everything, so I'm not going to get into that. I screw on the little blender piece, and I'm going to have lunch to go here. Make sure that's tight so it doesn't leak. And rinse it, and that's it. There's no pulp, there's no extra stuff to clean, and that's what I really like about it, why I stick with it, because the cleanup is so flippin' easy. I could not stand the cleanup on my other juicers. All right, and then I put this little thing on it, or I can put the cap on it to go, and that's probably the one that I should do, so I can take it with me. That's what I'm gonna do. I've got to go, but I'm gonna answer some questions for you first. Well, we got Journey. We never did get the Bay City Rollers though. This is Pandora, by the way. All right, so, all right, Carmen's saying it's good here. Sydney, if it's good for some and it froze up on you, it might be your connection, but Facebook allows you to rewind and fast forward through the live video so you can watch the whole thing again. All right, so does anybody have any questions about anything that I went over? And maybe I'll try to repurpose this video on my blog and maybe give you like a recipe of what I put in this drink today, because it's always different. Okay, can you please list the ingredients? Karina says, okay, Karina, I'll try to find a way to see if I can save this video. That's the one thing, Facebook, I'll try to see if my team and I can come up with a way to grab the video, save it, and I can, you know, find you a recipe. Do you intake colloidal silver and gold daily? Jeremy, when I had some issues, digestive issues going on, I did take the silver daily. And when I was going through like a depressive state, I did take the gold daily. Remember, this is personal for me. Check with your doctors. And I'm going to tell you right now, mainstream doctors usually don't like, you're going to, you know, the silver and the gold thing. You're going to want to talk to a naturopath for that. And then you can do that. But for me, I don't. You know, once I've gotten through that issue, I don't feel like I need that, because it's, you know, I know that they exist naturally in my body, and I feel like I've gotten myself up to an optimum level, so I don't continue to supplement. They're very expensive too, so, you know, I feel like I don't need to do that all the time. Is there a book for beginners to crystals? Well, Jennifer, there's so many aspects when you're talking about a book for beginners. It's like, what aspect? Like very beginners, I want you to go to Google and type in Hibiscus Moon Crystal Kit Beginners, and I have a blog there that you can check out and find out about some crystals that I recommend for beginners, okay? And that's, you don't have to buy it, it's free. Michelle says, gem filter, do you have to replace it? No, you don't. You do have to replace your other cartridges, like your magnesium cartridge. There's a coconut filter, depending on how much water you use. We've had ours for 2 years, and I've been testing recently because I'm expecting to have to replace the magnesium cartridges or something soon, but we have one of these TDS meters, and I check the particulates in the water, and you know, if it's at 0, that means you have nothing in the water, nothing at all, not even the good stuff. But you don't want the particulates to get too high, because then that means there's junk from the tap water. All right, I missed most but this video, but because I was watching the first one and just streamed to this one, what gem elixirs did you add today? Today I added, Camille, basically what's already in my water filtration system, which is amethyst, quartz, magnetite, obsidian, and then I added citrine water. Okay, what's my real name, Dawn says? Stephanie. But I go by Hibiscus Moon. Gina, yay, follow Crystal Cohorts. Thank you, thanks for sharing, guys. Yeah, please share this so people know about it. Okay, questions are going by really fast. I have reverse osmosis. Can I do this? Yeah, sure. Just add gems to your water. You know, you can add magnesium and other things to your water, but you want to know about the proper levels to put in there to make it living water again. I love shungite and citrine in my water. Carnelian too helps keep up with my 3 kids. Yeah, great combination, Karina. Okay, 2 more questions and then I'm going to hit it, guys. I like this is Roy Orbison, and I like the Van Halen version of this song. Thank you, Stephanie. Oh, thank you, Dawn. How long do you suggest the gems sit in the water? Star, just throw them in and drink it. I don't get really ceremonial about it, but you can. You can get really ritualistic about it, and I talk about that in my Gem Elixir E-Kit, but I'm also Miss Practicality and all about making it easy. And when I gotta go, I gotta go, and I just throw the water in and it's good. All right, Star, yep. Okay, so I answered your question. I'm gonna go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm glad we made it all the way through. Watch part 1, watch part 2, share it with people, and I will be with you again soon, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a lovely day. Crystal blessings and namaste. Bye.